we can get a point out of a very, very poor performance. Hello and welcome to the Armchair Pundits Manchester United post-match review show. I'm your boy Monts. And yeah, another show, another reaction, another away day. And this time, it's away to West Ham. Not a good day if you're a United fan, because you already know that we haven't won away at West Ham for at least 4 or 5 years. You're talking around 2021. Look it up, because I was even shocked when I saw it, to be quite honest with you. With the run of games that we've had, with 4 consecutive wins and convincing wins at that against some big name players, you'd think United going away to West Ham should be able to do the business, take 3 points. They are wallowing at the bottom half of the table. But before I get into it, I want you to do me and the rest of the Armchair Pundit community a favour. Click that subscribe button, click like. I want you to click join and share with all your friends, family, and anybody you know that's interested in football. We're growing a community over here. We're on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and X. I'll be sure to tell you that again at the end. But yeah, as I was saying, away at West Ham. I haven't seen a worse half of football by both sides in a very long while. It was a horrible watch. And my first impressions after the first 45 minutes was, we're lacking the elixir. Our elixir's run out. Where's all the superpower? Where's the bounce that everyone's talking about? Where's it gone? We were flat. Someone bring a pump. Yeah, because we run out of bounce. We set out with the same 11 that we have done for the last few games. To be honest, I feel like they all warranted a start. Obviously, I don't know what they're doing in training, but that's by the by. Based on the last game, they all warranted a start. After the first 45, everybody could have got dragged. I would have dragged them all, except Bruno and possibly Kobe. But they could have all gone. It was lethargic. It was lackluster. There was not really any aggression. There wasn't no attacking prowess. There wasn't really no vim, no oomph. We were just so flat, man. You're gone 4 wins on the bounce. You're looking for your 5th. It's against West Ham. The next run of games that you're going to be going into could be a little bit more sticky. So just keep going, man. Do the simple things well. Don't worry about anything else. The final third, we were lacking a punch. The passes were too long. The passes were too short and being intercepted. People were making runs and they were running offside. People weren't making runs and you've got someone sitting on the ball, someone like Casemiro sitting on the ball, rolling the ball underneath his feet, looking for the pass left, looking for the pass right. No runs. Then he has to recycle the ball between him and Kobe and Maguire and Martinez, or go to the fullback. Like, we had no ideas today. It was really, really tough to watch. So if I'm honest, I was really glad that the first half was over as quick as it started, to be honest to you. Come out into the second half, and like I said to you, I would have dragged everyone off. Clearly, Carrick didn't get the memo, so everyone that's left the pitch came back on the pitch. Maybe he was looking to galvanise them like he's done in previous other games. Don't think they were listening, because 5 minutes after it started, West Ham caught us on a break. Luke Shaw loses the ball in the middle of the park. They've poked the ball out wide. Bowen's running down the right wing. Martinez should have went out and pressed the ball. He doesn't. He casually tries to defend it by putting his arms behind his back and trying to shield the ball. That's not enough, because there's a big enough gap for Bohim to whip the ball in from the right-hand side for an on-running Souček who taps the ball through Lehman's legs. 1-0 West Ham 5 minutes after the restart. It was almost like I wasn't shocked neither, because we were so bad. All it would take is for West Ham to just be able to link up one attack of theirs and it will be good. I was a little bit shocked, because at 1-0, I'm expecting a reaction. And the reaction should be go the other end and get a goal. It was more of the same. We controlled a lot of the ball, but we weren't doing a lot of things with it. We had no ideas. Going left, going right, and just holding on to the ball shows me that either the people off the ball are not making the right runs, or they're just not making themselves available and they're hiding. There was a lot of players that looked like they had tired legs out there. I don't know if that's just because of the game that we had against Spurs on the weekend, or maybe they needed to be rested and they wasn't rotated like how they should be. But either which way, you should be able to grind out something against a West Ham side that's kind of fighting in the relegation battle, if you like. So it took for about another 10 more minutes, Kobe Mainoo to step inside the West Ham half, clip a lovely ball in between Mavropanos and Wan-Bissaka with an on-running Casemiro who puts the ball past Hermanderson. 1-1 United. Now I'm overjoyed, thinking, this is what I'm talking about. The reaction might have not been immediate, but we had one nonetheless. So after the VAR check, they chalk it off. Casemiro's offside. Did we deserve to get back into the game then? Not really. The only real reason why I wanted that goal to stand is because the pattern of play between Kobe and Kazi was beautiful to watch. And I feel like, it did warrant a goal. But outside of that, not really. So it remained 1-0 to West Ham. VAR chalked off the goal for offside. Carrick's ringing the changes. He brings on Euro and Sesko, takes off Cunha and Maguire. Now, Maguire was holding his hamstring in the first half towards the end, and he was holding it a little bit in the second half. So I feel like that was precautionary. Cunha, for me, didn't offer anything much today on the wide. There was a couple of instances that, he'd done a couple of link-ups with the likes of Shaw and the likes of Bruno on the inside, and even the likes of Kobe and Mbumo. But he just was really ineffective for me today. I do believe that maybe him staying wide would have been a better option, but when you've got someone like Cunha that's a maverick, he's going to come inside searching for the ball when things are not going the way they should be. He was doing that, which was unfortunately making us a little bit more narrow, working well for West Ham because he wasn't giving them any problems out wide. Our changes triggered a couple of West Ham changes. Now, the thing is, between us making these changes and West Ham making theirs, and us deciding that we were really going to throw the kitchen sink at it and try to see if we could get an equaliser and even get a winner, we were leaving gaps at the back. There was 1 or 2 times that, whether it will be a breakdown set piece from a throw-in or breakdown from a corner, West Ham were going and they were in. They were pumping the ball up pitch and nicking the ball off one of the defenders. It was some risky football that Carrick was playing, and it got even riskier when he decided to take off Dallo and be on Xerxes. So straight away, that tells you we've only got really 3 out-and-out defenders on the pitch in Martinez, Euro, and Shaw. And Shaw's going to want to get forward. It was very risky. Wilson had a chance. He running down the right-hand side. If it weren't for a last-ditch challenge from Euro, that could have been 2-0 to West Ham. That was fortunate that Euro managed to get a foot in and to block that shot. 10 minutes later, there was another opportunity from Traore, who came on late, around about the 90th minute. Again, another break. 3 against, I'd say, 2 Man United players. And if Traore had a better end product, we could have been looking at 2-0 United then, West Ham United then. But again, you look at things and you say to yourself, have Man United got the character? Have Man United got the ability? Do we have the mindset, the strength to see this game to the very final whistle and get something out of it, some form of points? So we can maintain this unbeaten run, and also we can get a point out of a very, very poor performance. The answer to that question came when Mbumo picked up the ball on the right-hand side. He clipped a cheeky ball into the box for an on-running Sesko, who deft touches it to the near post and puts it past the West Ham keeper. 1-1 United. Scenes. Now, I'm by no means impressed with the performance today, but I'll take the point. We left West Ham 1-1. We've got 5 games now unbeaten. We'll take the point. We're still in the top 4 conversation. Chelsea drawing today makes things a little bit more sweeter so that we're not, dropping further down the table. We've got Everton next. Interesting fixture. They were where West Ham were not too long ago, but they've definitely been on the up. They've been on the ascendancy. Now, United need to match that, and even we need to better that. We need to chalk off today's performance. We need to galvanise ourselves, put our best foot forward, and get 3 points out of them. Because they came to our yard and took 3 points with 10 men on the pitch. That's ridiculous. That can't be happening again. So I'm expecting a complete turnaround, night and day. I don't want to be seeing a day like this again between now and the end of the season. In fact, I don't want to see it ever again, but I definitely don't want to be seeing it in the near future. Now, like I said to you at the beginning, I really want you to do me a favour. I want you to help us grow this community with the Armchair Pundits. Click that subscribe and join button. Do it right now. Just click it. Click that notification bell. Share, like, but most importantly, make sure you're looking at us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and X. It's your boy Monts. I'll see you next time. Peace.